the comfiest stream, which time. Let me get my blanket set up so we can be super comfy. Looks good and comfy, right? We comfy. All right, let's get this up and open. We have about 35 minutes to kind of enjoy ourselves here and just relax. I guess we can kind of do like a retrospective cap on the week, or maybe talk about what's coming up this next week. There's a whole bunch going on. Let's pick up where we left off. I don't think I'll have enough time to finish it tonight, but we can definitely take a good chunk out of this. Oh, man. It was a week, that was for sure. Why do I feel like this isn't fitting the screen just right? It's gonna drive me nuts. Ah, there we go. Hey, hair. No, not perfect yet. There we go. There it is. Yeah, the scope of the job's a bit nuts, but that's okay. The important thing is we're getting through it. Taking it one step at a time, buddy. Much like most of the things in life, I gotta take it one step at a time. And that, another joist knocked out already. I was gonna say, we're close enough, I could probably get the wide shot out here. Very nice. Aw, thanks, Orion. Hey, welcome back to speedrunning, buddy. I hope you enjoyed TZA, and to be honest, anytime you actually want to sit down and learn it, I can kind of run you through it. It seems really intimidating, but to be honest, once you start to get your like hands wrapped around the controls, it'll start to make a lot more sense. From then on, it's just kind of like knowing what you can and can't get away with. Like what is statistically versus, you know, worth the risk and what isn't. But I see you're also going back to speedrunning this week, so very good luck with that. I'll try and pop in and cheer you on as I can. And congrats on your new model as well. It looks very, very cute and comfy. And I think the rigging definitely matches the mood. With really long stuff. It's 2.5 hours. Two and a half hours isn't that long. That game whizzes by, to be honest. It might just be me though, because like I ran the PS2 version first, and like 2.5 hours in, we're finishing the stuff up in Jahara and like Tiamat bound. Or no, I think I think even with my slow garbage PB, For PS2 at 2:30 I was starting Jelly Grind. I will train you. We'll train you to have better taste in video games. Though to be fair, no one likes RPG speedruns. They're just liars. But yeah, tomorrow we'll get the schedule up. I do have some scheduled content, or some sponsored content again tomorrow. We're gonna take a quick little break off of Phoenix Wright to try another kind of visual novel investigation criminal type game, Nina Aquila. So we'll see how that goes. Just to shake it up a little bit. I know they're Phoenix Wright fans. I just want to see if maybe like that could be our next Monday series. So we'll open it up and see what it looks like. Yeah, TZA is really nice in that sense. Mainly just personally from the structure of Final Fantasy 12. Like, you can run from every encounter you want to, unless it's a boss fight. Even some boss fights you can avoid. The Begamnon fight that we did at the end of the, like, you reached the end of the mine and I just turned around and killed those dudes. You just run. Trying to think of other games where there is like a little bit of manipulation, like that. Enemy encounter stuff is generally the tough one to get around for most RPGs because, you know, leveling. Exactly. It's definitely one of the most unique offerings in the Final Fantasy series, in my opinion. Sadly, much like Final Fantasy 13, because it's not turn-based, it tends to get crapped upon. Which is odd, because at that point, like, I really have to point out the only actual turn-based Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy X. Everything else runs on ATB of some sort or another. Octopath Traveler is really cool. I have done a few runs of Tressa%. Just know that the notes for that game are very, very lacking. I have notes that kind of make sense-ish. And just know that sometimes, no matter what happens, you kind of forced to eat shit. Hi, Flutter. Yeah, thank you for the 2-3, buddy. That's so comfy. Just nailing that comfy vibe, let me tell you.
Kyo stonks, Kyo's rage.
Hey, I have to send you a PS3 in the next coming days once it gets here. Do you need me to ship you anything else, bud? You okay? I've been meaning to try and like link up with you and track you down, but I've just been in like one of the worst moods of my life. Just dealing with my work stuff and just speedrun frustration. Yeah, I'm the lesser known and less liked of the two people you listed, but that's you know, that's my enjoyment there. I mean, if you want my address, just slide in my DMs. It's at this point I'll give you the same advice that I give everyone else. If I give you my address, that does not give you permission to show up. Pennsylvania has castle laws. I'm a very shoot first and ask questions later type person.
My gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang, bang.
That's not Danny DeVito, that's fucking me. I mean, yeah, you can show up. That's fine. I mean, it's fine. I've obviously I've talked to most of you for long enough. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna come visit, like, at least just be like, hey, ask first. We'll go meet up and get food instead. Like, y'all think I'm joking when I say we live in a very tiny apartment. It's very, very tiny. You can ask anyone that's been here. It's very fucking tiny. Ask first, shoot questions later. No, I don't have to. As fucked up as it is in Pennsylvania, you can shoot some, as long as you don't shoot them in the back and it's on your own property, it's fair game, dude. Oh, Flutter? Oh, no, we've hung out before. Flutter and I are, like, I have a lot of respect for Flutter. They're a big homie of ours. We've spent a lot of time grinding some really shit runs, dealing with some wackiness in the world, and I have their back for pretty much anything they need. I thought you meant you were gonna ship me something cool. I got really excited, like I was gonna get stuff in the mail. All right. Fucking just go back to being disappointed, I guess.
Bruh.
I check your Twitter and I feel like you're gonna quit work and live in the mountains. Maybe. Honestly, like, if I think I was going to do that, I'd probably go link up with Trad and do something like that. I do have quite a bit of a green thumb and am pretty talented in the whole agricultural sector of the world. Yeah, I still have that shirt. I don't know. I gotta get with a few companies I applied with and just kind of, you know, there's like the nice way to follow up. I think I might even go with the I'm more so asking like, hey, I'm qualified and I'm willing to work. How about you know, how about we stop doing that weird like employee-employer dance and like, let's just talk numbers. Bring me in for an interview. You tell me if you want me or not, and just leave it at that. No. I've had enough of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride this year, thank you. And the person who works at the company I applied at, they've been busy just working their butt off the entire weekend, so I'm not gonna push them. Dude, I'm tired of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I just want to go like get married and go to Japan. Are you kidding me? Instead of living in this weird purgatory of I honestly can't make any plans for the rest of the year until we figure out what's going on, you know? What would you need me to light on fire that you could not light on fire yourself? Anyway, how are you, young Flutter? What's going on with you? Why is life so hard? I don't know. You're asking me? You're asking me? Look, I ain't got the answers, Sway. I just do the best, and to be honest, what's really sad is Shelby and I, not just me specifically, but Shelby and I put a lot of time into planning like the wedding in Japan, and it just, like, for me, that's the thing that really kicks my ass is that was the first time I like actually sat down like a fucking adult, got my shit together, and was like, you know what, this is an important event in my life. I want to make sure that there are backups. There's, you know, just like an actual plan, as opposed to me just like having a rough idea and making shit work, which is like how I do 90% of my life. Is I have a rough idea of what I'm doing. I should be able to make this work. Spoiler alert, that's how I learned Final Fantasy 12 TZA. It's like, oh, this should work. Kind of. I think we're okay here. And that's how I developed the run. Because I'm a V... Yeah, to be fair, the real reason everything happened is because, in fact, I am a VTuber before it was even something I really knew. Got him. You hate to see it. You spent your weekend watching super volcanoes? Super volcanoes are super dope. Are you talking like things like how Yellowstone is actually like a caldera, like a super massive caldera? That's kind of cool. Yeah, Sandy. Exactly. Crap, that reminds me. Okay, so I realistically have stuff to release to YouTube. I just don't have it done yet. I'll do it tomorrow morning because, well, to be honest, no one's going to be watching my stuff at Sunday at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. It's not going to happen. I do need to link up with Alice, get a status report on that. I have some new art to release. I have the schedule to release. I'll probably do that in secrecy this week. Normally I do it like on Sundays, but I've just been busy today. I also kind of need to figure out what I'm actually doing, what I'm in the mood for. We might hang on to TZA for an extra day or two here. I might just try and run it back on a clean one and see if we can get into the 235s. I do have at least one graphic for the subathon partnerversary celebration, whatever you want to call it. I have zero expectations for goals, but I do, regardless of what's going on, have some cool stuff to give away in appreciation for, you know, hanging out with me and being my homie. That reminds me, Alfina, can you toss me a quick note if you're still around into the note section to shoot Kit Ann a message? I know she's been busy moving with her husband, like, across country, so she's just like, hey, like, just message me when you firm up dates. Just message me when you, like, get your stuff together. And I was like, you're the one that's moving across country. She's like, that's fine. I'm like, okay. Kit Ann. K-I-T-A-N-N. For those of you that don't know Kit, she's another fabulous creator, cosplayer, 3D printer, creative body like myself, but much more talented. But she has offered her expertise and skills to make custom keycaps for us, like custom artisan keycaps of my stupid self. We haven't really fleshed out a design yet, again, because obviously she's been, you know, traveling across country, getting married, you know, rather important life events that aren't as important as stupid VTuber bullshit. So I'm hoping I could get together with her a little bit this week. Maybe we could hammer out a design. Again, also kind of depends on what goes on with the whole emote situation as well. What you're hearing is, go on. Just know that I will give Alfina the ability to bop it, because this makes everything fair. Choose your words wisely. Alfina's ready. Ah, okay. You better me. Fucking... Nah, I'm just hoping we can just continue to make cool stuff. I mean, that's the goal for me at this point. At this point, I've done everything I can to put procedures and content in place to help the channel grow. kind of out of my hands at this point, you know? I've put in all the effort that I can. We've put in practices. We have, you know, clip compilations. I'm starting to like not get paid for doing sponsored stuff. Like that would kind of be cool if I was, but I'm definitely pretty consistently like applying for sponsored content stuff, and it's getting through, which is nice. That means that someone out there thinks my time is valuable enough to give me stuff to play with. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for Kit, but in our discussions that we've had about it, like, she has grown very tired of doing like the whole corporate like 9 to 5 and would love to kind of just make high-end keyboards and keycaps for a living. So I'm trying to hook her up with the people I know, because I interact with a lot of people that are into that kind of stuff and have the money to support those hobbies and habits. So I'm trying to, you know, introduce them to her, vice versa. But, you know, I definitely think she is probably willing to take on commissions at some point, if that's what you're looking for. Yo, what's up, Alec? You made it out. Yeah, I've been using Keymailer a lot, Rainmaker, a couple others. I have a few direct contacts, which are really nice as well. Oh, $1,200? That's cute. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. So for those of you that have been following and chronicling my tales of the hitboxes that I'm making, the like custom flat boxes, one of the dudes that I'm making one for has a keyboard that's about $12,000. Yeah, $12,000. Both of mine are in like the $400 or $500 range. So we're cool. Yeah, no, it's you know what, like it's one of those things, Alec. The first time I heard it, I was like, I asked my buddy, like, so are you like, is there something wrong with you, or do you like just like wasting money? He was like, no, dude, you got to try it. And I was like, is this like one of those rich people things where it's like, this is so good, and it's just like white bread with butter on it? It's like, yeah, I guess it's good, but like not worth what I'm paying for it. And then I got one, and it all makes sense, dude. Yeah, a few of my friends have, like, I know 3 of the people that own the TG 910Rs. You'd be surprised when it's literally custom made, or one of 2 or one of 3 or one of 4. Yeah, exactly. But like, let me see if I can do this. You have to admit, that's kind of a nice sound, isn't it? Yo, isn't it, Alec? Have you been enjoying Blackrock Galactic? My 2 current builds are I have a KBD Fans V2, the KBD Fan 75 V2, with lubed, and I don't think they're filmed. I think they're just lubed, lubed Securios with the Olivia Dark Set, and I believe Dwarven Forge artisan keycap that Shelby got me for Christmas. It's really cute. It's a green tea Kit Kat artisan key. Super cute. Isn't it? Oh, the dark set's gorgeous on this one because I have the black on black with steel plate. And then my secondary keyboard, well, secondary custom keyboard. I have 3 keyboards in front of me. The secondary keyboard is a polycarbonate canoe with lubed Gatorun blacks with some beautiful stabs on them. And that is just on what I call my hobo keycap set because my 0cc near automata themed keycaps from Canon Keys have not actually made it to the US or shipped yet. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, we jumped into 7 Days to Die, and it's just been like, it's been challenging. I will say that, but it's been very enjoyable. And honestly, I think we're just gonna kind of leave that open, to be honest. Like, so you can kind of jump in or out whenever you want to, realistically. At some point, we'll probably get to DRG. Forever praying for it to be open to more than 4 people at once. Dude, the novelty cremas are so good. Like, low-key, I have a lot of respect for novelty. Look, here's the thing, Alec. You've been enjoying the hell out of yourself, and I'm not gonna drag you away from that. Like, in the way that we've known each other for 4 years, and I respect the shit out of you, you are really enjoying yourself with that game. I'm not gonna, like, bug you to, like, come play something else that you may or may not like. Yeah, and you're having a good time and enjoying it, and like that's important. Yeah, so it's gonna be for the Kali micro switches from Novelkey. Those should be able to just slide right in there. The schematics on it are, it'll take the it takes a custom PCB, but those are really inexpensive and I can get them whenever. It shouldn't take too long to get them shipped or produced. They're basically already halfway done and they'll be shipping tomorrow. And it has room for a Pro Micro or the Brooks, and also it should fit the new version of the Brooks that is coming out in October that has PS5 support. Oh yeah, I definitely think I'll enjoy it. I just wasn't ready to like buckle down on it. You know how it is. I'm just like ultra complacent this past week or two. Yeah, it's micro. Like, it's the entire, hold on. Let me go grab it real quick. All right, all snapped together. It is thinner than the width of my pinky finger. I'm gonna pull it up on Ferret Cam really quick as well. Oh yeah, the Steam summer sale was worth it. But yeah, they are very, very thin, but they are durable. They're gonna be durable as hell. I'm printing them at 50% infilled PLA. So they're stiff, they're sturdy, they'll be able to take a beating, but they're really designed for portability in my opinion. Yeah, I have the OG layout, and that's our custom layout that I think will end up working better because it has pinky switches. The buttons are being printed by, well, the entire thing is being printed by me. Anything that's plastic is being printed by me. The buttons, I'm gonna use a new composite material that I think is gonna be really awesome, because I think it's also gonna be a bit more chemically stable against like finger oils and stuff. It's called PC336M. It is a blend of polycarbonate, PET G, and some other stabilizers, but it's stiff, it's responsive, and pretty smooth to the touch. Yeah, I just need to make sure I get permission to, like, honestly, I don't think they'll care if I do it. I just need to check with the designer, be like, do you mind if I print and sell these, or like, what if I sell one, how much of a cut do you want, kind of a deal. Yeah, it's comfy. Unless you have like really tiny hands, it should fit. Yeah, dude, I'm just happy. It seems like you're like kind of getting back out into the wild, Alec, which is nice. Like, I know it's been like a long grind, and just, it's good to see everyone kind of falling back into step. It is the layout we designed for the flat box. But yeah, if you're interested, Orion, just let me know and I'll generate a quote and figure it out. Because right now, like, if you want to build it yourself and get the PCB yourself, I'll just print out like the parts for like 60-70 bucks. That's, you know, 13 small buttons, 3 big buttons, and a top and a bottom, and you can fit whatever board you want into it. Which, to be honest, is a fucking steal in my opinion, considering it's completely custom, and, you know, it's going to be printed out of quality stuff, and I'll actually care about the finish. Yeah, no, I hear that, Alec. The daughter board? So the thing that we have is literally my buddy designed the PCB, and we just ship them off to get printed. And it does not take long, and it's not that expensive. We just got to order them in batches. But even then, it's kind of like, I don't give a shit. I'll have a couple of spare ones around. I can, like, whoop some shit together, you know? I leave like the designing of the nerd stuff to them, and like I do the soldering and the everything else. Yeah, I just have to get a PCB for it. To be honest, that's really not that hard. To be honest, the smart thing for me to do would be to just order my own run of PCBs and just have them here. And then you would just order your own micro switches, like the Collies. Not very. The game tells you, and even now with the newest update, it gives you like a to-do list that pops up that's like, hey, these are like the 3 things you haven't done yet. Like hot swap? Probably not. I mean, could I design it that way? Yeah, probably. The only bummer about working with the people that design this is they are those keyboard elitists that you know about. So like, if it's not soldered, well, obviously it's not good. But I'm sure I could probably make it work. I don't know if micro switches are designed to be hot swapped. again, look, I just print the things, I get the files, I make sure it works, I point out any potential problems that might exist, come up with a few design changes. Like I needed them to redesign the button wells for me. It's like this will print, it's just gonna be dog shit. You'll lose all definition and stability, and they're like, oh, okay. I mean, it would just mean that it would have to be deeper, realistically, because you'd be basically creating a well for them, correct? Is what it comes down to. Yeah, there's a whole lot of issues that can crop up from that. I mean, the same thing with like any hot swap stuff, because it basically is live circuitry. Yeah, Goose, this is honestly for me game of the year 2021. I'm not even kidding. Like, I get it, like my word never carries much weight. There are, okay, I'll look into it. Like, if y'all are like serious about it, I'll bring it up to the designer and see what they say. I have a feeling they'd have to redesign I assume they'd have to redesign the PCB though. Linear, yeah. I mean, you can get tactile stuff, like the whites, or you could go with the linear reds. Yeah, I think the browns will work too. Let me grow turnips and corn, dude. Tell me about it. One of these days, like Flutter said, I'm just gonna go off the grid and just be a farmer with my wife. She'll make the cheese. Yeah, it's amazing. Like once I've gotten into this, like how, like I thought like, wow, there's like probably not many keyboard switches. Like I'm still learning about new stuff every day, which is cool. Personally, I'm a, like when it comes to like typing stuff, silent linear. I just love it. Oh shit, I didn't even realize what time it was. All right, let's find a stopping point. I guess y'all can just toss like your questions and stuff about it in the Discord and I'll get to it, or shoot me a DM and I can, you know, lead discussion, or, you know, reach out to my homies tomorrow, because I have to send them a product update tomorrow. Just letting them know where I'm standing at, what my estimated time is, and when they can start paying me and shit like that, so. But yeah. Oof, man, time flies playing this game. Yeah, click bar switches are another option. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Anyway, hey, that was a quick 30-minute power wash session. Ball washing BS. All right, well, it's good to catch up with y'all. I will be in the Discord in VC tomorrow. I don't think I have a tremendously busy day, which is nice. I don't even remember what I did on Friday, though. I know I was just completely burned out. But thank you for spending the time with us. Thank you for coming back and supporting me on this Final Fantasy 12 TZA shenanigans. We might see that come up again this week's schedule. I am not sure. But 3D print questions, all that fun stuff, feel free to shoot them to me. Slide in my DMs. We'll talk. I'll prep a list and we'll get it going. If you want me to check if those specifically will fit Akai, Orion, let me know. I don't see why they like wouldn't. Yeah, it would be super portable. I will do my best to answer everything and try and stay on top of it. This week is going to be a big week just because I have some more sponsored content. I'll reveal some of the stuff for the subathon. I finalized it. Shelby gave me the okay on a lot of it. So hopefully it works out. Hopefully you have fun. We'll play some games together. If not, it'll just be silly and we can laugh about it. Anyway, here are my links for the night: the Discord, the YouTube, the Twitter. If you want to look at any of the other 3D print stuff, there it is on the Trello. I will try and update and get as many product shots as stuff that I've printed as possible. Once I get some of these boards assembled, it should be pretty okay. And the fact that I've decided to print them in PLA means I have literally unlimited color options. So Orion, if you want like a black base and a green top, you can totally get that. I just need to get the filament for it. The buttons, I think, unless people tell me they really, really don't like them, I'm going to keep them the way they are because they seem to be kind of sweat resistant, which is nice, so you won't get that weird plastic yellowing. And they just seem to be pretty durable and slot into the micro switches pretty well. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up before my wife kills me. Thank you much. We'll see you tomorrow with Final Fantasy 15, probably, or maybe TZA. I hope you had a terrific night, and thank you for hanging with me. Enjoy.